attention now to the Community Cup. It's going to be some interesting matches there. Before we talk too much about Durbanville and SK Warmers, let's take a look at the pools. There you see in the pools now, it's of course College Rovers are in Pool A against Wilman Shishan from Griekers. SK Warmers are in Pool A up against Dispatch and Worcester. In Pool B, it's Pretoria, the police side there, they're from the Blue Bulls Union. Bloemfontein from the Free State, African Bombers from Eastern Province. Durbanville are in Pool B from Western Province, and Welkom Rovers from the Griffins. In Pool C, Rustenburg Impalas, the BB Truck Noordlikers, the Raiders, the Roodepoort guys, and Bloemfontein from Free State. In Pool D, you see Old Selbornian from Border, Evergreens from SVD, Roses United from Boland, Brakpan from Falke, and White River in Mpumalanga. So the key where we're looking there is in Pool A, it's SK Warmers, and in Pool B, it's Durbanville, of course, otherwise known as Durban. Mr. H, these pool matches, I mean, now the guys know who they're up against. SK Warmers, for example, up against Dispatch, against Shishan, against College Rovers. Those are not easy games, especially being the wild card entry into some of these clubs that are pretty tough.
Yeah, no, it will be tough for them. But, you know, they'll take their chance. They've been given a chance to make it big time. So take the chance that is there for you. And even Durbanville, I mean, they lost previously to Pretoria Police. And on Saturday, it's going to be a tough one for them.
Okay, let's just stay focused on SK Warmers at the moment. SK Warmers, their first fixture, of course, they've got a bit more time to rest now. So what would they be doing at a time like this?
Well, I think they would just you know, sort of concentrate on getting all their finer points in place. You know, the scrums, the lineouts, make sure that everything is working.
Yeah.
And the management must get their house in order, you know. Make sure that everything is in place. There must be nothing left to chance, you know. You must know that when you come there, this will be in place, that will be in place. The manager must go to the field before the time, check out all the things, so that they know everything will be okay for their players.
We see Durbanville are up against Police. That's their first match this Saturday. Yeah. You've been in touch with the guys from Durbanville. Quite helpful with their information, I think, that they're passing on in terms of making sure that Durbanville's information is on the show. Tell us a little bit about what's happening at Durbanville.
John Loubser, the coach, he's worried that he might not have had enough contact sessions, like playing matches. They played Boland, they played Western Province, the Vodacom teams. He's happy with that, but he said he couldn't get other clubs to play against him because they were all like not prepared yet. It's too early for them. And then he also lost 9 players of last year, some via through retirement, others left. And but he says his players, young players, all 21, 23-year-olds, and he's hoping that would be great. He's got Tian Skotse there, who played the flyer for Namibia. I think that would be a great acquisition for them. And he says 3 of his players are involved in Western Province squads. So that also makes it a little difficult for him, because he can't sort of get them out of that squad because they want to play in the Western Province squads also. But he's very wary of his opponents. They're very physical, play typical Blue Bull rugby, and big forwards. And a guy like the captain, Nico Lees, he's played over 100 games for the Falke already. So it's an experience pack that they are going to meet up there. But he feels they are ready. They played well against Western Province and against Boland.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will take them through for the game.
Let's take a look at the other fixtures then. Of course, it all starts on Saturday, the Community Cup. The Community Cup are the clubs, the best clubs, at least from around the country. So interesting matches coming up over the weekend, starting off with College Rovers against Dispatch. They're playing in Durban. Worcester, Villagers of Worcester are up against Shishan in Worcester. Police, as we say, are up against Durban and Pretoria. It's an away game for Durban. African Bombers take on Welkom Rovers in Port Elizabeth. Impala take on Roodepoort in Rustenburg, home game there for the Rustenburg Impalas. Noordlikers take on the Raiders in Polokwane. The Old Zembonian team take on Brakpan in East London. And Roses United take on White River in Wellington. Mr. H, we get asked quite a lot by the guys in Boland. Why don't we shoot more Boland rugby games? And why aren't we coming out to Stellenbosch and Paarl and so on? I'm still a little bit confused about whether or not Stellenbosch is Boland or Paarl is Boland. But, you know, so we got clubs in Stellenbosch asking us to talk about Boland rugby. But if we look at those two teams there, Roses United against White River, just to give them a little bit of something. Roses United against White River, your opinion?
No, Roses United has been, you know, in this kind of competitions for a long time. So one expects them to do well. They've been at club championships. They've been at other top class events. So I expect that they will do well.
Well, hopefully they'll of course all behave themselves on the field as well.
No. They always have. They also come with a band and all those things through the field. So.
The band. Right, folks, that was your Community Cup. Of course, lots of exciting matches coming up in the Community Cup, and we just remind those clubs, SK Warmers, Durbanville, send us your information if you want to pass on the information about what's happening in the Community Cup to the rest of the club rugby fans out there. So, hopefully we'll be able to pass on everything that's happening in the Community Cup at the moment. Of course, those clubs are representing you as Western Province in the Community Cup, so hopefully they're going to do pretty well.